Is God punishing you? When my sister was a kid, and I mean my biological sister, not my sister, when she was about 11 or 12, she had trouble with, as we say in Kansas, sassing back. And after a few failed attempts, my parents had an opportunity when she asked for her first pair of heeled shoes. All the other girls in class had them, and there was a big birthday party coming up that she really wanted to wear them to. And so they got them for her under the condition that between now and the party, she wouldn't talk back rudely. And she did so well for a week. She tried really hard, but out it came. So she brought the shoes to my mom and was just sobbing, and she gave them to her, and she went and she hid under her bed. And my mom said she could hear her crying, and her heart just about broke in two for her. So we're asking the question, does God make bad things happen to us when we make bad decisions? And it's kind of a mystery, really, but I think this analogy helps in some ways, but it also breaks down, especially in a couple areas. For one, my mom's judgment could have been wrong. I know, Mom, I know. But human beings aren't perfect. God, however, is perfect in all of his ways. Secondly, there's no natural link between the punishment and the consequence in this case. Sassing back doesn't have anything to do with not wearing high-heeled shoes on a natural level. Remember when the Jews came to Jesus and they asked him, well, who sinned, this blind man or his parents, that caused this punishment of blindness? And Jesus says, this blindness isn't a direct result of the personal sin of either this man or his parents. That suffering is due to sin on the universal scale. But what he wasn't saying is that sin doesn't have consequences. In fact, the Catechism talks about how sin has a double consequence. It's an offense against God, and so therefore requires reparation to justice on a divine scale. But it also causes attachments within our hearts that keep us from being fully alive in God. And this is what the temporal punishment due to sin is meant to heal in us. So there's a world of difference between my mom saying, you made a bad decision and now I'm going to give you what you deserve, as opposed to, I love you so much that I don't want to see this bad decision become a pattern in your life, causing all sorts of misery. See, the heart of my mom is modeled after the heart of our Heavenly Father. And if we were to approach questions of sin and its consequences from any other perspective than the heart of our Father towards us, we'd be as wrong as my sister thinking my mom was trying to hurt her by making her wear flats. She didn't need my mom to say, oh, it's okay, honey, no big deal. Here, you can wear your shoes. How much more healing was it for her that my mom crawled under the bed with her and wiped away her tears and held her close and told her, I'm so proud of you. You tried so hard. And I'm hoping this Lent to grow in my relationship with God, to deepen my understanding of how much the Heavenly Father loves me. And I think we see that so much in Lent, that, in our sin, in our difficulties, and those things that we find so ugly about ourselves, he doesn't recoil, he doesn't keep his distance, but he crawls under the bed, so to speak. That in Jesus, in his incarnation, in his passion, death, and resurrection, he embraces us fully. And not only that, but he also dies on the cross for us, taking away our eternal punishment for sin.